So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So there's one reason and one major reason why I'm still an Adobe Photoshop Lightroom user, Adobe's Lightroom Classic CC, whatever you want to call it. And let's talk about that reason in just a minute. Okay, everyone. So number one, I'm not an Adobe apologist. I've been using Lightroom since 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. Big fan of how Lightroom works. A couple of years ago when Adobe made the move to the cloud, I didn't like the whole Creative Cloud idea. And I kind of got on the same bandwagon a lot of other people got on, which is we need something different. I don't want to do these subscription services. Well, number one, like I said, not an Adobe apologist. But the subscription service is actually cheaper than what I used to spend with Adobe when I'd buy the full license packages. So the deals that they've got now for the Creative Cloud are actually reasonable and in the end have lowered my costs overall. We've got a lot of companies out there who are saying, hey, we're going to try to get away from that subscription model for you. And I've tried several of them. The latest thing was Luminar from Skylum. I really like the Luminar plugin and I like some of the editing capabilities, but I actually run Luminar from Lightroom because the Luminar with libraries just hasn't measured up. So what's my big reason for actually still digging Adobe's Lightroom? It's very simple. It's the search capabilities. If you do things right, when you first set up Lightroom and when you import your images, you're going to have such an amazingly easy time finding your images in your catalog. It's going to blow your mind. So what do I mean by doing the right thing? It's very simple. When you get back from a photo shoot, when you get back, I'm taking a look over at my screen, by the way, because I've got Lightroom sitting up here. But when you get back from a photo shoot, one thing that you can do, let's just click on it right in here. When you do an import, one of the things that you can do at the time of import is actually import keywords as well. So the particular image that I've got highlighted, Airstream, Anza-Borrego, California, desert, full-time, Palm Canyon, RV State Park, trailer, and travel. So if I were to look in this library and try to find a particular photo that I'm looking for, I can do searches on the keywords that I used at the time of importing them, and I can find my images very quickly. So Lightroom allows you to pick flag things like some of the other software packages out there do. So you can like it, you can reject it, you can ignore it, you can give it a 1 to 5 star rating, you can even color code it. I don't use almost any of that. I use the pick flags. And like when I'm doing a wedding, I'll do the 5-star stuff. But other than that, mostly I inventory and categorize everything through the search features. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm looking at my Lightroom 2014 collection. So as you can see here, we've got some lemons. Life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We've got some Airstream images. In total, looking over here on the left-hand side, 3,579 images in this particular library. Now, if I want to find something specific, let's just scroll through here real quick. Boy, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of images of Airstreams and Joshua trees, and there's Jody, and then some portrait work. So 2014 was a big mix of different types of images here. I've got images from New England. I've got images from Georgia. I've got images from across the country. So that's a lot of stuff to sort through if I'm just trying to find something specifically. So I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the top, and first thing I'm going to do right up here under library filter, I'm going to search on text and I'm going to look for, let's look for Cortez, Colorado, because while I was flashing through there, I did notice some images from the Cortez area. Now, just doing that search, let's go look down here. We're looking in my all photographs catalog, but I have reduced it to 248 out of 3,579 images. So very quickly, I found stuff from Cortez. I found some of the stuff from the Hovenweep National Monument visit that we did. So I can drill right down and find things really quickly. Now, let's even drill down further. I'm going to go up here, and now I'm going to look for stuff that was labeled Cortez and has had pick flags assigned. So now we're searching on Cortez and only those things that I picked. Let's look back down here again at all photographs. We've now reduced it down to 96 out of 3,579 images. That quickly, that easily. I don't think I gave star ratings to any of them, but let's check it out. I'm going to try out that star rating. And okay, there were a couple of things with star ratings just for me to go and edit. So there we go. So very quickly, very simply, I drilled way down and found exactly what I was looking for. Let's try this again. So let's forget Cortez, let's forget pick flags, and let's go to Wickenburg. Oh, look at that. So I didn't even type out the whole name Wickenburg, but we're looking at down here again, 188 out of 3,579 photos. Very cool. So now this must be one of my trips to the Wickenburg area. Let's go back in here and let's also only look at the pick flags. Let's take a look down here. 22 out of 3,579 photos. So this is getting me down just to the ones that I really, really liked and clearly wanted to work with. Alrighty, so let's get away from that and let's turn that pick flag off and let's do something totally different. How about I noticed that I worked with Hiker Hostel that year. Hiker Hostel was run by a couple of friends who were Appalachian Trail thru hikers and who created a really great business, started the Appalachian Trail to help out thru hikers who were doing the AT from Georgia to Maine. So they were located in Georgia. So we did a quick visit with them to help them set up a website years ago. That business is no longer in existence. My friends are now out on the road full-time, traveling around and having some fun, and they sold the business. But so here we go. We've got all these different things from Hiker Hostel, and I could go to my pick flags, and let's see. We have narrowed it down to 102 picked images that have the keyword hiker in it. So very quick and very easy to find what we were working on while we were working with Josh and Lee on their website and on their business build out online. So the website really helped them out. What I'm getting at here and what I hope you're gathering is that if you keyword things properly from the get-go, so if you keyword things right when you're importing your images, you're going to be able to find them super, super fast. And with all these other programs out there that are starting to do digital asset management, they're still kind of failing to come through. Sure, you can search on date and time. I don't want to look through folders. You'll notice I haven't touched the folders on Lightroom. Let me go here on the left-hand side and we can look at the folders. So all image galleries, and oh boy, here we go. Look, I'm scrolling through folders and I'm scrolling through folders. What did I do on 12/11? What did I do on 10/18? You know, I can't remember the dates of all of my trips. I can't remember the exact dates of when I've been on client locations. You know, it's usually a whirlwind. And I am not going to go searching through date stamps and to find things. So I have read and listened to people over the years, both on YouTube and in other forums, that they have a hard time managing things with Lightroom and that they don't like the folder system. I've got a solution for you. Don't use the folder system. Use these powerful search tools. When you sit down and you get back from a large wedding shoot or a drone flight shoot, whatever it is, if you do some simple keywords before you do your import into Lightroom, you're going to be able to find stuff fast. Let's take a look at one more thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that pick flag off. But I'm just going to type in dentist because the other year we did some work for Aesthetic Dentistry of Scottsdale. We helped them with new images for their online presence and also new images for their office. So as you can see, typing in dentist, I have narrowed it down to 337 images out of that 3,000 something, that fast. And if I go in here and then I look for my pick flags, now we're down to 287. And let's look for our 5-star pick flags here. And now we're down to 101 because we were actually photographing some of their clients after the dental work they had done. So not all these things are edited. A lot of these were just flagged for me to go back and work on later. But as you can see, I narrowed things down really fast with one simple keyword, and I could actually even take it further and find out I want to look at the shoot that we did for them, and I would like to see everything that we did with the Canon 5D Mark II, or everything we did with the Canon 7D, or even further. So we're searching for dentist, we're searching for flag things, and maybe I want to see everything that we did with the 17 to 40 millimeter lens. And when I look at that, right down here, 16 images out of 3,579. So the search features on the EXIF data and on the keywords is just incredible. It's off the hook. And what's even more amazing, I'm not going to take you through the whole thing today, but so you've seen how simple these searches are, right? Well, you can go and you can make smart collections, and those smart collections can filter the same way on more than one feature or setting. So what I'm saying, what I mean by that is that I can filter on keywords, I can filter on only certain file types like a TIFF file, whatever it is that I choose to set into one of these. So let's double click edits over here really quick. So I want to match any of the following rules. The file type is a TIFF, or the file type is a Photoshop document. So right there, I can find everything that's been through Photoshop, because usually it either gets saved as a TIFF or a Photoshop document, depending on what I'm up to. But I could add more rules in here. So I can pop in and have it be a certain rating. So I could have flagged edits, or 5-star edits, or 5-star HDR edits. You get the idea. So that's why I'm not ditching Lightroom anytime soon. It is an awesome photo management platform. It's also a good editing platform as well. And if you like some of those other editing platforms out there like On1, or I used to use Topaz, or Skylum's Luminar, or Aurora HDR, or Photomatix Pro for HDR, whatever it is, most of these things have plugins for Lightroom. So Lightroom is still the heavyweight, and I'm getting past my feelings of being upset about the subscription service, because what I've seen out there for the non-subscription service applications is the fact that you're still going to pay yearly or every year and a half for upgrades, and they don't have the digital asset management. None of them have the digital asset management on the level that Lightroom does. So I'm not picking on any of those. I still use Luminar. I still use Aurora. I still use On1. It's just that when it comes to managing my photos and being able to find them quickly and easily, because I need to at times, Lightroom's still the best game in town. And I'll keep watching out for when somebody brings something out, and when there's something that speeds up my workflow even more, believe me, I'll tell you about it. All right, hope you're having a great start to the new year, and we'll see you on the next video.